When you take a look at the advertising seasons that your company faces, a lot of times most companies only look 30 days out. This can be a huge mistake and it can cost you big time. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live from Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about business and marketing and a fantastic day to talk about you. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento. So as a consultant, I get to have conversations with businesses and see how they operate forwards, backwards, good, bad, ugly, and indifferent. And one of the traits of good companies is how they plan for marketing and advertising. So I'm going to share with you some insights from what I've seen from companies that don't do so well to companies that do exceptionally well. And companies that struggle sometimes will have a marketing campaign and the meeting looks something like this. We've got a new message that needs to come out. What are our options? And so they go around the room, they ask some questions like, what's XYZ company doing? What did we do last year? You know, what could we run? How much can we take off right now? And so like those three angles are what the basis of the ads are. And so when the ads fall flat, there's a scramble of like the ads aren't running, they're not working, we can't get things figured out. And in all realities, the better way to figure this out is to set up a system that's called good, bad, ugly. So you come up with three offers. You come up with a good offer, right? And you look at the offer and you're like, okay, this is minimal discount, but it's got a really cool angle. Bad time offer is like, we're going to give a little bit more of a discount and a little bit different of an angle. And ugly is going to be something like mass discount. Like this is the most that we can discount. And so let's say that you run the ad and for whatever reason, the good ad doesn't work. Well, now you've got the opportunity to run a second ad, which is bad. Like where we hit bad, that ad didn't work. And then if it's really ugly in the marketplace, you have a way to discount. So the way that you work this is you come up with three offers at least for every month. So in a quarter, you have 9 unique offers that you can choose from, and you're never stuck scrambling. And what you're going to find over time is this becomes easier and easier, especially with the advent of AI. You can come up with so many different unique hooks and angles when it comes to looking at what AI can do for you. Like you could spend 2 business days, 16 hours, and really map out a full entire quarter of what you have going on. Now, here's what you do is the next month, you spend 16 hours coming up with unique ideas and angles, and you come up with 9 more ideas, concepts, and strategies. So in those 2 months, you've come up with at least 18 different ads that you can run. Okay. You're covered. You've got 6 that are good. You got 6 that are bad. You got 6 that are ugly. And then the next month you do it again. And what ends up happening is you start having this storehouse of just different ads, concepts, and ideas to choose from. And so where your competition is going into an office meeting and they're sitting down and they're looking at each other and they're like, hey, what ad are we running? Like, what's the competition doing? What kind of discount can we give? You're literally going to a shelf of ideas. You're going to a shelf of creatives. You're going to a big box of content that you can pull from and say, what do you think for today, what's going on in society is going to ring true the best? So it's interesting to me that most companies will come up with like major holiday specials. So if you go through the year, the beginning is going to have President's Day, and the next thing is going to be Valentine's Day, and then the next thing is going to be in March. Then the next thing is going to be Cinco de Mayo, and then the next thing is going to be Memorial Day weekend. And then you're going to have 4th of July, Labor Day weekend. And then you're going to have the 2 months of September and October where there's no real holidays and you're trying to think of angles. And then you've got Black Friday and then you've got Christmas and New Year's. So most companies like really only line out 8 different ideas for their marketing campaigns. But if you were able to come up with at least 3 per month, you would have a minimum of 36 different angles and ideas that you could work from. And once again, you're not trying to do this in a day. You don't need to do it in a day. What you're doing is you're saying, hey, how can I strategize and put 3 ad concepts and ideas and hooks and angles together every month? Like we put this on the calendar. Every month we come up with ideas and angles. And, and what happens is over time, you start coming up with content, ideas, and strategies that nobody's ever talked about before. Because I'm going to tell you what happens at month number 3, you run out of like, okay, now we're repeating ourselves. But you can absolutely use AI to your advantage to come up with these different ways for you to put some concepts together. You can completely outwork your competition in not very much time. And if you got a small team, 16 hours, you might be able to knock it out in 2 days. If you got a bigger team, you might be able to get 6 months done if you can delegate and give somebody else some work to do. Or if you utilize AI for concepts, or if you're constantly looking for different ways to write the ad, or if you're coming up with as many creatives as you can, right? Ad fatigue is real. We get bored. We're like, oh, we've seen that ad before. Like, I think that the stat is 21 days now on some of social media before an ad gets ad fatigue, and you're like, now you got to change it. Or sometimes an ad has been tested and proven, and it's worked month after month after month. Well, then you want to say that that's a control, and you want to A/B split test it and put something up against it to see if you can reach better numbers. That's what major ad houses do. They'll hire copywriters, and they'll say, your job, the only way that you're going to get paid is if you write an ad that takes down the control. There's a lot of different ways to do this. I want to keep this very straightforward and very simple for you. So let's just reset. Come up with 3 ads a month, good, bad, and ugly. And then next month, come up with 3 ads, good, bad, and ugly. And then the next month, come up with 3 ads, good, bad, and ugly. There you go. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button. Click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.